How to increase your students' reading block success using the Daily Five. Of course, you know by now that I love the Daily Five, and if this is your first video, then go back and watch my entire playlist dedicated to how to start the Daily Five in your elementary classroom and all the benefits it has to you. I have tons of videos on tips of how I use it, but also really honoring the system from the Daily Five book, which is one of my favorite teacher books of all time. So my first tip to you is going to be to use the Daily Five choice board, which is what I use in my own classroom, so students know when they're supposed to rotate and move without you having to tell them. The best way to do this is to set a timer, and I even did a little experiment where I timed my own students to see if it was quicker using the smart board or the old-fashioned way, which is the way the Daily Five book tells you to do it, with a clipboard and calling the kids' names off. It ends up saving about 10 minutes of instructional time, and times that by a whole entire week, you're looking at close to an hour's worth of time that you don't have to spend going back and forth. So using the smart board is the best way I've found to get my students to be more independent and moving their stations. You can train them. I've taught kindergarten, first grade, and now fifth grade, and they've all been able to do it effortlessly. All right, Daily Five is a great way to incorporate your existing curriculum into small group teaching. My last video touched on this a little bit, where I explained to you that I will teach a whole tier 1 lesson to my entire student group, but then I will pull small groups after that. And my kiddos love this system, and I know yours will too, because it incorporates student choice, and it also lets them get to really engage in a book club while you're still working on the skills that they need to learn for their grade level, but in a fun way. And then your other students are independently working and they're trained on the task that they're working on. And the way that you check their work is simply by checking it and having accountability in place. It's an awesome system. I'm telling you, you're going to love it if you're somebody that likes to keep things moving and have your students be trained on what to do. All right, next, you're going to introduce one station at a time. Don't try to push it. Make sure they've mastered that station. That's why I have expectations charts everywhere for my students. They know what's expected for read to self, listen to reading, work on writing. They know what's expected. I highly recommend you check those out inside my TPT store, or you can make your own. Or if you do have the Daily Five book, you can just use the template that they've created on chart paper. All right, next, teach in small groups, like I mentioned before, using the same curriculum that your school district wants you to use. I do recommend following whatever you're supposed to be doing in your own classroom, but again, you can still do the Daily Five. I think so many people think it's either one or the other, but it's really not. It's how you cultivate the environment in your own classroom of your own learners and what's going to work best for you as the teacher, but also keeps your students engaged. And I found that Daily Five is the way to do that. All right, last, I'm going to tell you to use the Daily Five choice board again and again and again. I already mentioned that before, but I'm telling you, like, it's just life-changing what it will do for your classroom, and you won't have to talk as much, and students will get to move. And if you're worried about what other students are doing during transition times, I've found that yes, that can be a problem, but you have to explicitly train them and then just be vigilant. A lot of times, like when kids are rotating, then I get up and I walk around and see what people are working on. It's just all part of being like an active participant in your own classroom and knowing that, yes, they can move on their own, but you might have to supervise parts of that because you're the teacher. If you're looking for a way to completely transform your literacy block, you'll love my free 10-step guide. It walks you through how to get started and hits on all the pain points that I found as a new teacher. And I go back to this guide every year when I'm setting up my literacy stations, because I want to make sure that I'm being the most productive teacher I can be while also having systems and processes in place. And this guide does it for you, and it's 100% free. I'll leave it in the description box below. Again, don't forget that I have an entire Daily Five playlist. You can go back and watch all of those videos and really soup up your classroom for your literacy block. And if you're wanting to transform your class with your Daily Five, or excuse me, with Math Daily 3, I have a whole playlist on that too. So check it out. Share this video with a friend and come back and watch it again if you need inspiration to get started with the Daily Five. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.